Hey guys, I'm going to take a look at some more of these spreads. I put together a little spread for today, $600, $633, by choosing the 11600 strike with the 12020, which just puts me on the other side of the weekly. Um, the blue lines here are the weekly, and I calculate off the session open and close. That's why I have two lines, one for the close and one for the open for that session. Um, and algos do like to trade to both lines. We broke the weeklies this week. So the hedges, the spreads were broken this week. Whoever bought a weekly spread had to adjust or close their spread. But yeah, that doesn't happen very often. Um, we always want to make sure we have a plan to adjust, and I'll talk about how I'm going to be doing this in my. I'm going to list some hypothetical spreads each day. So each morning I will post my hypothetical spreads for the E-mini and for the NASDAQ, and maybe for crude, but definitely the E-mini NASDAQ. The goal is to, again, have that uh, plan in advance for what to do when price comes down and hits your strike. Um, the distribution is, you know, these are threes, the third standard deviation. So this is 95% of the time that price will stay inside these lines during the time period. So the dots are Globex, that's from 1700 to 8:30 in the morning. And then you have your daily time period, which is just generally all day long. Um, and so I've noticed from my empirical experience of, looking at charts that the distribution in a normal distribution, not a COVID event or a Lehman type event, will stay inside the higher or lower of that Globex or the daily. So you can see this Globex was outside the daily and price actually, tried to hit it, right? But it closed inside the level. Do you see that? So there's a little heart palpitations going on there. Do you, close your spread or not? When you sell the opposite premium, so you're selling the premium here and you're selling an opposite premium, um, you can mitigate that, offset that risk a little bit. There's going to be a break even that's a little bit lower, but where you can, take your spread out just a little bit for your put. You don't have to buy the put right on the line. So I look at the pricing sheet and the open interest. I want to see where I am for what the implied volatility deltas are, and I want to see where, the high volume is sitting for open interest. And I don't want to be putting myself in front of a freight train, right? So if there was a bunch of open interest down at 12,100, I don't want to sell the put at 12,170, right? You don't want to do that. So I will be going through this starting Monday and posting to the Twitter, the Jats PT Twitter, and bragging, of course, every time I have a great winner or something. Y'all will hear about it in general Twitter or on my website. But I'll post some of the learning examples too as I go along because I'm new at this. I love options, and I think with these, standard deviation, historical volatility levels, I can clearly see what contains price in a normal distribution, and then you can get a general idea from the sentiment or just the location, you're outside the weekly threes already. You're in an overextended period already, and that may lead to more overextension if, the case warrants it. Today was OPEX, and it looks like the risk was mitigated. Next week is Vixpiration, so we'll get our, you know, flyers back in operation next week for sure. Um, so I just wanted to, tell you guys what I was going to be working on and keep you up to date. Like I said, for my many, many successes, I'll probably, haha, I am woman, haha. But I will keep you apprised of my learning lessons as well, because I think that's equally as important, especially since I'm new at this. But CME Group makes it super, super easy to figure these out. Um, you can start over, do a new spread, and like pick a day. So today was the end of the weeklies. But if I were to do an end of month spread, I could do that by changing these to monthly instead of weekly. So if I find my week and change it to a month, and find my other week, there we go, change it to a month, make sure I have enough data on the chart. Nope. Always check the data when you run these and you don't see the lines after you try to put it on the chart. So there's my monthly, right? That's what we're operating inside that monthly level. And I'm going to go ahead and so that we can see this, I'm going to set it to auto scale. So that was your monthly open. And I need, where did I put the monthly close? There it is. I'm going to auto scale that too. Looks like it's the same level. A little bit spread out here. Okay. So when it does challenge the monthly, there's always a reason. And I know for a fact that the quarterly was sitting right below it. Um, and that's what it went to tag. So always pay attention if you're, have another higher time frame than the one that you're working on, and see where that higher time frame is relative to your level. And in June, it was the quarterly. But otherwise, it stays inside, so you just collect your premium. So you open it up at the beginning of the month, and as long as it just sits inside, you do nothing, you just collect premium. And if it challenges it, that's when you have to make a decision. Close it for scratch, or do you want to sell the opposite side? Or, hopefully you've, been, been able to also come in and buy daily and weekly spreads. So this one, let's put it on. I'm going to start this over. I don't want a weekly, so how do I get this? Put it back. I don't want a new one. So I'm going to do an end of the month. So we've got a few more weeks left to the end of the month. And so let's sell this 10,782 and give me a second to find it. Here's 10,750. So that's probably the one I'll have to do, and then I'll invert it to get it a short put. And then on the other side, 13,939, I'll just take theirs at 13,450. or I can go out by hitting that arrow. 13,950. That may be. It's it's okay. So there's a couple of weeks left, and so that's $5,194. So that's pretty decent for a couple of weeks. So you multiply your premium by 100. So that would be a monthly, and you could do the same thing with the daily and weekly. Move these so we can go back and see this. Daily and the lower of the daily Globex levels. And so I'll be posting my spreads, my ideas, and just using the standard deviation levels. And we'll start doing a walk forward test for spreads starting Monday. So I'm real excited about it. I hope to get you excited about it and um, see how we do putting these together. Um, Talk to you soon. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye bye.